would have plowed forward and done the things that need to be done. And some days are like that. And sometimes we don't have time to, especially for adults, for parents, we don't have time to process all the time, to feel what's going on for us because we have responsibilities. Making space for it, making space to feel it, to be present with it, and then to communicate with myself. I did journaling this morning, to talk to a friend, to talk to another human being and give their perspective. What's up, everybody? If you watched my last video, I was talking about being down in the dumps, and that was earlier today. I'm still down in the dumps, but I promised you I'd make a video, share with you about what I did today to kind of work on that. I think when you feel down in the dumps, you gotta also just feel down in the dumps for the time it takes to feel down in the dumps. You can't rush your way out of it. But some things that I did that helped me was that I curled up on a couch for a while and just was in a little ball and not child's pose, in the fetal position and the position of babies and death, and I just spent time there, and I felt the heaviness, I felt the pain, the weight of the world or my life or my stories that I tell myself that are toxic. I just felt them, and luckily I was with a friend who gave me some good counsel and advice and was able to be a supportive and loving presence. So communicating, talking it out, making space for it. If my day hadn't been set up in such the way that it was, would have plowed forward and done the things that need to be done. And some days are like that. And sometimes we don't have time to, especially for adults, for parents, we don't have time to process all the time, to feel what's going on for us because we have responsibilities. Making space for it, making space to feel it, to be present with it, and then to communicate with myself. I did journaling this morning, to talk to a friend, to talk to another human being and give their perspective. Actually did that for a while. Drank some water. I drank some cacao, which was really nice. My friend shared that. And then we went for a little drive in the neighborhood. And we drove down some dirt roads out here on the north shore of Maui and saw some jungle. Yeah, we just immersed into nature, got lost into nature for a little bit. Drove down to a couple of dead ends and joked about being in a dangerous situation. But everything was cool. Crossed a stream, and then just before heading home, we stumbled upon insanely beautiful 20-foot waterfall with a giant pool, as exists on the north shore of Maui, just right there off the road we've been driving along. Would have missed it if we didn't pull over to check it out. We went and sat there with that. Went and sat there with the water. And now I'm here and I'm in this big green field. And I'm looking out. I don't know if you can see out there in the distance, but that's the Pacific Ocean out there. I'm just listening to the wind move in the trees and feeling my butt and my body on the ground and just letting things process through me and flow through me. I hope this is, if anyone watches this and it comforts you to just know that, right, other people feel this way sometimes. A lot of the time. I think there's a lot of us out there who feel this way, at least sometimes. And it's not that I wish that on anybody or on myself. I don't like to feel this way. But I do think that there's something more authentic and true and holy in the full spectrum of the human experience. And when we're able to be authentically authentically, ourselves in the full spectrum of who we are, and not just this bubbly, presentable version of ourselves, putting our best foot forward. I don't know, I just think it creates safety, it creates realness, and an invitation for others to be real. And so I guess that's why I'm making this video, that if you watch this, I hope that it's an invitation for you to be real. And the thing is like, there's a lot of grief in the world. There's a lot of illusion in the world. And maybe it's just me and I'm just a downer, but I think you've seen some of my other videos, I'm not always a downer. And really what I feel like I try to share with y'all from this channel is like the beauty of life, the real beauty, not the ego beauty, not the superficial version of, getting whatever it is that we think that we're seeking, but finding real life, finding this earth on the ground. You hear that? Probably not because of my mic, but it's just so pretty, I hope you've been able to hear everything I shared because it was from the heart and deep. So I'm wishing that to you. I'm wishing you reality as you drop in on your own journey. I'm wishing you self-love. I'm wishing myself that in this process. And to know that you're not alone. To know that, whatever it is, as heavy it is, as it may be, together we, individually, we face it. Collectively, we go through it. And we emerge on the other side. If I were to sum up what I think that this channel is about in a nutshell, it's about connection with spirit and with God that comes about through being real with ourselves and connecting with nature and recognizing that the wisdom that we need to live fulfilled and happy lives is all right here and right available to us. And if we're willing to be open and we're willing to look, we will discover it and we will find fulfillment and happiness. And not just that, but that if we do that, we'll also find other people who have had a similar inkling and a similar longing for realness, authenticity, and connection. So we will discover community, real beloved community, through being our authentic true selves and seeking the truth, seeking spirit. And I really do believe that if we do that individually and collectively, that the power of that spirit is inexpressible and will lead to a renaissance of human culture on this planet. It will end wars, it will create unity, and it will save ourselves from our own destruction. And so that's why it's important that we do it. Just really want to encourage you, which means I'm encouraging myself, to just be yourself. Everybody else is taken. And the only happiness that really comes in life is in getting back to understanding who you are and returning to yourself. So take it, live it, say that to myself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be your true self. So I'm wishing you well. I hope it's a moment for connection. And if it sparks something for you, I'd love to hear from you because, as you can tell, I'm kind of down today. So I welcome the outreach. I'm wishing you guys well, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.